I am turkey hunting today. Today is actually the third day of our season, but it is the first day that I was able to hunt. I've been very busy in the fields up until now. I'm not complaining, but that's what I've been doing. This morning I climbed up here 3/4 of the way up the mountain, and I have a bird gobbling. Problem is, he's over on that mountain over there. So I'm going to wait here a little bit, make sure there's nothing on my side. If there isn't, I'm going to bust my butt down there and get over in on his side. He's definitely gobbling hard. I haven't seen or heard any other hunters or trucks. At least I have a semi-pinpoint on where he's at, and at least we have one gobbling. Well, that didn't work. I was within 75 yards of him, probably. If I had a foolproof setup, I have a clear cut behind me. I have a trail coming up there, and out in front of me there was 2 trails. And kind of had this landing. I would have bet money that he was going to come right up to this landing. He made a fool of me and just skirted right out around me. He's just heading straight away now, gobbling. I could definitely hear some jakes with him. So I don't know if there's hens also, but I'm going to make a loop around, see if I can't get in front of him. And he's still gobbling, so there's still a chance. Well, I don't think I got that on camera. Pretty disappointing. The gobbler just took off flying here. I busted him. I should have known better. It was my own fault for getting too aggressive on him. I was making a move up around him, As you can see, there's definitely foliage in the trees, but it is not fully grown out. And he must have picked me off. He was gobbling enough that I thought I had him pinpointed and made a big enough loop out around him. Got up right to this point as I'm cresting here, came really slow, looking for a spot to set up, knowing that he's probably 100, 150 yards away maybe. And he just took off flying. He's out of here probably to the next township. So nobody to blame but myself. Rookie mistake. Just early season like this here, getting too aggressive with them. My main camera is absolutely took a bath going through that thick stuff this morning, and every single thing I have, it got soaked because it had been raining last night. My camera, my good camera, took on a ton of water, and hopefully it survives, but it doesn't look good right now. So I'm down to my action camera. Luckily it's waterproof, but busted him. Heard one other gobbler this morning, so we'll get after him. He's at least in the direction back towards the truck. Probably a couple miles from the truck at this point. I actually didn't even drop a pin where I parked the truck, so I'm pretty sure I can find it. So, well, anyway, I appreciate you following along. If I strike another bird up between here and the truck, I'll bring you back. Otherwise, that is going to be a day. I thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Oh man, I didn't think that was going to come together. I had made that call as I was walking down that dirt road towards the truck and struck these birds up here on the mountain, maybe 200 yards up in front of me. So I scrambled up around here to try and get a setup. And as you can see, it's not the ideal setup. We have big rocks and a bunch of blowdowns here. But I just picked the tree because they were close enough, and I didn't want to get busted again like I did earlier this morning here. And I was trying to stay out of the sun. I picked the tree here. I tucked myself in there with my camera and sat down and waited a little while, and they didn't gobble on their own. And then I finally got a little more aggressive with them, and then 2 of them gobbled. So I knew there was more than one, and they were maybe just a little bit closer, but I couldn't tell for sure. I ended up just shutting up then. I figured I'm just going to wait them out, and it took a while, probably 15-20 minutes, maybe not quite that long. It felt like that long. And pretty soon I could see movement out there, and I had lost my shooting stick somewhere along the way here, so I didn't have a shooting stick. I was just trying to use my knee, but I caught movement, and thankfully I saw that because it made me freeze, get still. Well, sure enough, it was a hen, and she came in right towards me. I thought, well, this is it. I'm done, because she's going to spot me if I'm not perfectly still. And with all the camera gear here, I'm pretty loaded up. Was sitting there up against a tree. She worked probably 15-20 yards from me, right to my side. Next thing I know, I could see a strutter coming. He was 50 yards behind her, but working my way too. Pretty soon there was another tom with him. They both came walking here, and out there maybe 30-40 yards, the lead tom, not the strutter, but the lead tom, sort of stopped, stretched his neck up, and I don't even know if I had the main camera on him. I tried to move it and have it pointed in the right direction, but the strutter came. As soon as he got in an opening where I felt I had a clear shot, I shot, and he went straight down. So I wanted to show you my setup a little bit, where the birds came from. Not this first big tree, but back here behind it. You can maybe just see my netting there at the base of the tree. I have my gun leaned up against it way up there. Turkeys came through right here, and let me show you their path. So they were working right in through here somewhere. Up here ahead of me, there's a bunch of brush or small trees, and that's exactly where they were when I shot. I think they might have came up right up behind here. There's a game trail. Yep, right here's a trail, and right here is where the bird was when I shot. So if we get down, so I had a little bit better cover, like right back in there is my tree. Had better cover even than what I thought I did down low here. That lead tom stretched his head up there and looked around for a bit. That got me nervous. The strutter got into an opening here. Right here's where I pulled the trigger, and he went straight down. So that was my setup. Now let's take a look at the bird. So here we go. It's pretty fitting that I found this stump right above this clear cut. I worked all around this clear cut. My truck's parked on that side of it. I worked my way the whole way down around the bottom of it, straight through it at one point, and then up around this side of the clear cut. On this side behind me here is where I busted that bird this morning. That was pretty discouraging, but I didn't totally give up, and again, I just worked my way back towards the truck. I ended up being maybe a mile and a half from my truck, and I struck this bird above the clear cut here then. It was a great hunt. I don't know how the footage came out yet. I did not look. Self-filming turkey hunt has been something on my bucket list, and I have tried for quite a few years here. Missed quite a few opportunities, spooked a bunch of birds, missed a couple birds that I shot at, and it finally came together here this morning. I'm happy you could follow along. I appreciate you following along. This was a really nice tom, probably a 2-year-old. Didn't gobble a lot as he came in, but definitely had me fired up. I was excited this morning. I'm thankful for the rain. That gave me a break to get out of the fields and get into the turkey woods, and I cannot believe it all came together here. So again, I want to thank you for watching. This time it is the end. We'll see you on the next video.